Yeah, I think I can hear you a lot better now.
All right, Manish, I think your hands got a hurt for a while, but welcome to the Good City Show. It's good to finally have you here.
Thank you. Same here.
So, Manish, how's it going? You've been, all of, all around us, we see businesses hurting, we see brick and mortar stores close. How are
Hi,
you able
Adish.
to interact with customers? I think that's been the hardest part.
So see, we've constantly been in touch with our customers. Today with the technology, get connected with customers through social media. Most of our clients are now available with us on WhatsApp. So
Okay,
since we have WhatsApp business, we've integrated almost 18 to 20,000 numbers in WhatsApp business. So we're
okay,
constantly in touch with our customers. Every week we are
okay.
forwarding some updates to them on how to take care or on new products. I,
All right.
um, Not much of promotion. Obviously, you can't really talk about promotion at this stage. We're in the midst of a pandemic. So currently, things are looking quite up in terms of people looking to change their outlook towards business. People are really moving forward in more practical measures. So there has been a correction, and I think everybody has taken a great opportunity out of it to move forward. For instance, I was reading up on a few companies, and I see that most global companies are laying off staff or reducing their salaries by 30 to 40%. Now, there are certain global companies like Apple, Starbucks, or FedEx, for instance, who are really good companies, and they're not really reducing salaries. They're looking at this entire pandemic as a positive front, and they're trying to maintain salaries and employee confidence so that when the market starts again, they are able to bounce back from the position that they stopped. You know,
Okay. All right.
so
Give me a
by actually
little.
showing it, yeah.
Sorry. So you and I have known each other for many years. I think all the way back from school through a whole bunch of friends. But can you give me a little insight into what is Chabria and Sons, and
So Chabri and Sons is a family-run business. It was founded by my grandfather in 1974. So where we had outlets in Coimbatore, Chennai, and Bangalore, and then he consolidated to opening three outlets in Bangalore in 1979. So
okay,
from 1979, we've had our presence in Bangalore. So I'm the third generation. My father is the managing director of the company, and we have a few branches around Bangalore in City Market, Commercial Street, and then North Bangalore. So and it's extended with my cousins as well. So they have showrooms in Jayanagar and uh, Infantry Road. So so
okay.
we've spread our wings,
So quite a large
and
family business.
yeah. So the thing here is that initially we had plumbing and pipes,
Okay,
which was an initial product in the construction stage. So after plumbing and pipes, we've further launched sanitary ware, bath fittings, CP fittings. Then we went on to surfaces like tiles, wall and floor tiles, exterior tiles. And over the past 3 years, we've further penetrated into wallpapers, wooden floor, PVC floor coverings, wallpaper coverings, wooden floor coverings. And then we have floorings made out of cork, floorings made out of stone and plastic composite. So we've diversified into all of these products. I can see Adish comment a few points. He's shopped in the showroom, but I don't see much. He's been traveling to Dubai and other parts. So he's a great architect, yeah. But yeah, overall, we are now looking forward to going more in the home and building material market, because see, a lot of customers prefer to go to one showroom, and they prefer buying all their products in one showroom. It's always better, like a Home Depot, for instance. So with modular kitchens, modular bathrooms, modular bedrooms, modular furniture coming into the picture, we are doing our product research on this as well. So hopefully, in a matter of 2 years, we should be diversifying in the lifestyle segment as well.
Sweet. And what about you? I mean, obviously, a family business is something that you are supposed to join or expected to join. But did you have any other dreams of pursuing something else, or has it always been entering the family business?
So I enjoy playing a lot of cricket. I played a lot of cricket back in the day, and at one point in time, I wanted to take it up very seriously, play for state and everything. Somehow that didn't work out, and then I wanted to fly. I wanted to be a pilot,
Okay, interesting.
but not just a normal pilot, but I wanted to join the Air Force.
Okay,
So somehow I think destiny plays its own game, and here I am, very
okay.
happy to be in this zone, and looking forward to fulfilling my promises and my
All right.
responsibility.
Nice. So one of the interesting things now with the current lockdown in place is that a lot of people are looking at potentially renovating their businesses and stuff like that, or renovating their homes. How's the experience been for you? I mean, reaching out to customers right now.
So see, now is a very important time. Have you observed that everybody today are spending all the time that they have at home? So
Right?
it's a very important space. So people now have come to realize that spending time at home is a very important aspect, and it's not really important to go out. You can also create and live happily at home in your vicinity. So it's very important to invest in the place that you're living for at least most times of your year. You know what I mean? So it's always better to maybe relook into your empty walls, relook into your flooring, relook into old sanitary ware or old bath fittings, relook into your kitchens, so that you can upgrade them in the time to come. So I don't see a lot of major buying in terms of large builders making apartments of 300, 400 bathrooms, or a contractor coming in and looking to make a project for 100 bathrooms, or basically someone who's looking to make a new restaurant or a hotel. I think all of these requirements will sort of diminish, at least for the next 6 to 8 months, till things settle down. So what do we do in 6 to 8 months? People are going to spend time at home. So for this, we have renovation products that are used for remodeling, like a wallpaper or like a wooden floor, or just upgrading your EWC, upgrading your wash basin, changing your bath fittings. These are small things, but this is the time to do these activities, because you're investing in the place that you are uh, living in. So
Right?
to foster this, we also have our installation team on board. So with anybody around Bangalore and even say Karnataka, we have our in-house team of plumbers, tile layers, wooden flooring installers, wallpaper installers. So my team can actually visit the customer site, and help them in executing the job as well.
All right. Yeah, and I think that's another interesting part, with all the labor going back
Uh,
home and all the migrants going back home. Um, if someone has a project and they'd like to renovate, do you also happen to have the manpower to execute that?
Certainly, yeah. We do have the manpower to execute these activities, and keeping in mind the current facilities and the current situation that we are in, once the lockdown opens, we will ensure to take solid measures, so that everybody who go into customers' homes for installation or delivery will be wearing gloves. They'll be having masks with them. We are also working on a cap for each salesperson, for each of my delivery person, and also yeah. So also, if you notice, companies like Home Depot, they open their showroom beyond 5 p.m. every evening. So during in the morning, so because they want to run with a limited amount of staff, so from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They're completing all the deliveries, an end-to-end solution. and 5 p.m. post is when they're opening the showroom to retail customers, and it's only against appointment. So a customer needs to call, fix up an appointment, and then he gets his slot for 2.5 to 3 hours. So we have these dynamic ideas and thoughts which we can sort of be flexible about and implement. Again,
Okay.
it's at this moment we are all in a 50-50 situation because nothing's really concrete at the moment. So, but yeah, there are ways and means to start even in a smaller way, and then we slowly grow according to the market's demand.
Okay. So tell me a little more about, you did something really interesting as with Roundtable,
Yeah.
something of a CSR activity. Tell me a bit more about it.
So see, Roundtable India has been part of Chabria and Sons, part of my father's association for almost 15 years, and 15 to 20 years at least. So we've been closely associated with Roundtable. One of my cousin brothers is the current chairman of the area. So I also look to be a tabler one day. So they had contacted my father a few weeks ago, and they wanted to do up a bathroom for Karnataka Police at High Grounds Police Station. We were pretty
Right.
shocked to know that they didn't have a particular toilet facility in High Grounds Police Station. So they
Okay.
had stationed around 75 cops over there, 75 policemen to basically take care of central Bangalore. But people started saying that look, we're not even drinking enough water because we don't have toilets over here. So this got into a roundtabler's notice, and then he contacted my father to supply bathroom products. So the tabler's name is Mr. Gopal Gera. He's a very renowned public speaker, and he's basically very closely connected to Oracle.
Okay.
Now he coordinated everything. He organized a few construction members to build the bathroom. So
All right.
we took a day to supply the material because we had stock with us, and he took 5 days to build the bathroom. So in 1 week it was ready, and everybody were very happy. They were pleased. They inaugurated it with ribbon cutting, and now the policemen are very happy to use these bathrooms. And after this was completed, Gopal is now working closely for another 3 bathrooms, and we are working closely with him to further build 25 to 30 bathrooms for policemen around Bangalore. So
Oh, sweet.
hopefully again, I can't fix on any timelines yet, but by
Right.
2022, by 2020, 2021 end, I'm looking at next year, maybe Feb end or March end, we should be able to build and supply 25 bathrooms at least to Karnataka Police.
Oh, that's sweet. I mean, and I think given the fact that how overworked our police staff is right now across the state or even across the country, it's great to actually see this initiative. Congrats.
Thank you.
And what else have you been up to at Chabria and Sons? I remember when I visited your showroom of Commercial Street, I think last year, when
Yeah.
I decided to renovate a part of my house.
Yeah.
And across you have A to Z in terms of, like how you mentioned earlier, in terms of bathroom products, sanitary products, but you also offer a complete end-to-end lifestyle solution, right?
Yeah.
For your entire house. It's not just,
It's not just product selling. We don't only trade value-added services. So our value-added services include an in-house designing team. So when a customer walks in, we tend to take his plan, and an initial concept is showcased to him. We have a library of almost 10,000 photos that they run through, and they understand as to the various possibilities of how they can use our products. So
Okay.
we've also made around 18 mock-ups in our showroom, which showcases to a customer how a bathroom can be designed or how a space can be designed with the products that we have. So these 18 mock-ups really give a live one-to-one feel to the customer once he steps into our showroom. He gets a very personalized experience, and from
Okay.
that he looks into the images. He looks into our library of images, and he understands
Okay.
his particular taste. And from that, from what the customer selects, we further shortlist our products, and make him finally decide on the right product for him. So it
Nice.
works in a very simple system. He looks at a product, then he looks at images, then he says, okay, I like this. Then we show him the product, and we work back and forth according to that. We also have a value-added in-house designing service. So if someone wants to say design his space, he wants to design his bathroom, he wants to design his living room or his bedroom. So our in-house designers make an inspection to the site. They understand the customer's requirements, and then they work
Okay.
very closely with the customer they work very closely with the customer to make a nice 3D design of how the space would look. And
Sweet.
also we provide technical drawings. So for an electrical engineer, a tile layer, a contractor, these technical drawings really work. So that in turn assists them in installing the products correctly. So we have that facility as well. And then furthermore, if someone is very interested, if they don't have installers with them, then we can also provide an installation service, as I spoke earlier.
Okay. Sweet. Pretty good.
So
And
an end-to-end solution helps. We are also pretty technologically strong compared to the scenario in the market. So with our present website and the ERP development that we are focused on, most of our
all right.
operations and processes are automatically done. So once we
Okay.
register a customer, things just flow the way it has to flow, and so we easily track a customer on his buying cycle. We know when he's supposed to buy this product and when we're supposed to call him up for the next product, and what is the current situation of his market. So there's a complete study that's done.
Right. And most importantly, I guess now, with the current pandemic on going forward, there are going to be a lot more changes in terms of how home design and things like that. Do you see any changes coming up, or any advice you can give to people in terms of hygiene?
So I just read Adish put up a message right now, and he says
Okay.
that you should develop products to adapt with new hygiene norms. So this is in response to your question.
All right.
It's very important currently for companies to think of products which are important to hygiene and maintenance. So there has been products that have been developed in the past, like antibacterial tiles, antibacterial sanitary ware. So you get wash basins and EWCs that don't absorb any bacteria. Now these were sold at a value added price. Like, say for instance, a general EWC is priced at 8,000 rupees. A value added antibacterial product would be around 15,000 rupees. But a customer would always think twice, why should I spend 7,000 rupees additional on one single product, just because it's antibacterial. But maybe, yes, after coronavirus, you will see that, customers are going to ask for value-added products such as antibacterial sanitary ware. I see touch-free taps, Pressmatic taps, sensor taps, then electronic EWCs. So you see in Japan, there
What's an
97%.
AWC?
Yeah, EWC is a commode, a European water closet.
Oh,
So
okay.
in Japan, there are
Like
97%.
those massage toilets.
Yeah, massage one. So Japan has 97% of bathrooms having those, and India might
Right.
have 0.097%. So it's
Okay.
very negligible. But it's very important today that people look to upgrade themselves to these products, which is which are hands-free, very easily
Consume lesser
sanitizable,
water.
consume less of water, 3 to 6 liters of water, easy to maintain, and very hygienic. So
All right.
this is important for us to realize and be educated about. Ki if you're looking at hygiene, then it starts at home. It starts from you. So the first step that you need to consider is to maintain yourself, is to maintain your house, and to basically invest and do good at the space that you are in most of the time. So having said that, as I was telling you, that it's important for everyone to. I'm stressing on this point again, but it's very important for everyone to consider investing more at home than outside. It's important.
Nice. Do you see anything in particular demand that people are investing? I know you built a home gym, but anything else?
So home gym, anything else? At the moment, I think, see, a lot of people are
Are
looking.
more people investing in steam saunas? I don't know.
Not really, Adi. At the moment, I don't see a lot of people investing in steam and saunas. Nor do I want to,
It's also
tell
pretty
someone to
hot
do that.
outside, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hot outside, and also it's a time-consuming activity to invest in one of those at this stage.
All right.
So maybe once the market settles down, then it's good to call a good plumber and a contracting team and get a steam room made at home. But for now,
Okay.
I think most people can just look to upgrading their wash basins, upgrading the EWCs, changing the shower, maybe putting a bigger shower to enjoy a showering experience every day. Upgrade your EWC, put an electronic EWC, maintain hygiene, put antibacterial sanitary ware. We get kitchen sinks and faucets, which are again scratch proof and antibacterial. So, consider upgrading yourself to these spaces. Then we have laminate wooden flooring, which on an existing floor, you can apply wooden flooring. For example, one of our very dear friend, Nitin Pearson, he's put laminate wood flooring in his entire house. Shaunik Sachdev, I remember, he's put wooden flooring in his entire house. They find it so easy because it took them 3 days to install 1,000 square feet, and they just needed 2 laborers to do the entire work. So 2 people
Rather
went
than
to the
breaking a
house,
floor and
yeah,
adding it
rather
on
than
top.
breaking a floor and clearing the debris and doing all of that in a very neat and clean method. 2 days, your entire flooring is up and ready, and you've got a new look at home. And then you have wallpapers which you apply on a wall, and it's, again within 2 hours you get a completely fresh look.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
it's like these.
All right. Any questions below in the chat? I mean, I see Adish mainly.
So Adish was speaking about products for that are compiled to latest hygiene norms.
All
So see,
right.
again, I think production at this stage for new products will take time. So just 2 days ago, there was a notification that went to the Gujarat Ministry to open factories over there, and most of our tiles and products are manufactured in Gujarat and Rajasthan. But companies are not willing to start their furnaces or start companies. Basically, to start a furnace, a heating can cost them at least 40 to 50 lakh rupees, and they can't really shut it down. 365 days a year, it's on. This is after probably many years that a few companies even shut the kiln. So to restart a kiln is an investment, but it makes sense for companies to restart it permanently only when the retail association and retail showrooms are open, where are
Okay.
customers going to buy otherwise? And if the manufacturers start producing, where's the stock going to
Right.
go?
Exactly.
It's going to become like crude oil with no value eventually.
Sure.
So these things again matter. We have to work in a forward integration. Why I'm saying is that only when retailers get a demand for a product is only when a manufacturer is going to produce. So a retailer is going to get a demand for a particular product only when a customer has a demand for it. So if you don't have a demand for the product, then the chain doesn't move forward. So why I was stressing
Sure.
on this point is that companies should not cut salaries of employees, irrespective of the current situation, is because if they cut expenses, then everybody is going to spend less, and with spending less, the entire economy is going to have 25 to 30% less of cash flow. So
Okay.
these are certain points that are very important. Companies,
Right.
business owners who are listening to us right now also need to keep it in mind that okay, it is a pandemic. We are running in a difficult situation, but there's always something called positivity and looking forward. You can certainly go into the market with the same aggression that you have, with maybe some new ideas, create demand, and ensure that something's happening so that you at least keep everybody at par with what they were earning earlier, and then maybe 5 to 6 months later, as things pick up, automatically you start seeing a positive difference. So
Okay.
I feel
We've got
that's my mindset.
Okay. That's pretty cool. We've got a question from Mir Mohammed who says, how or what could deco companies work on adapting with the current market?
I mean, as I was saying, I was just telling Aditya a couple of minutes ago that we need to create demand for what is actually necessary, because nobody is going to invest in something that they don't need. And today, priority is to invest in your groceries or to invest in hygiene, healthcare products. So after the lockdown, people are going to only invest in and do what is necessary. That's what everybody's going to do. You're not going to go out every week to say a club or a bar. You're not going to go out every week to have dinner. So these things are going to reduce. Your activities basically outside home are permanently going to reduce, at least until the vaccine comes out. Now, in that time, which it could take at least 12 to 18 months from today, what do we do in 12 to 18 months? What decor companies have to do? Uh, Suggest products that you feel is that could create an impact. So I was talking about customized wallpapers. I was talking about antibacterial sanitary ware, antibacterial kitchen sinks. I was talking about bath fittings. I was talking about upgrading your EWC to an electronic EWC, or upgrading your flooring by applying laminates or by applying wood, by applying cork. So there are multiple products that can be reapplied on a already existing tiled floor, and you can easily cover 1,000 to 1,500 square feet with hardly 2 to 3 days of time. So these interior, these type of decorated, these type of products will add value. I think it's basically to create a simple basic need. If we are looking to go more high end, more niche, we're looking to go to designer, you will not find that clientele yet, because those customers will rather wait, to invest their liquid fund into something else. They'll not invest it in high-end interior products at the moment. They'll only invest it in necessary in interior products that are important and necessity.
Okay, nice. Awesome, Manish. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You. Anytime, and I would like to thank you to have me on board. And I think you're doing a very good initiative. I see that you have someone else also dropping in tomorrow, and I think with what you're doing, Adi, a lot of people will be.
Oh,
very
Adi
happy.
Dar. Sorry, Adi Dar has a question.
Yeah, what's he say?
If people start spending less due to a recession, does that mean you might look at repricing some products?
Yeah, very true. We will be looking to reprice products. I think most products are going to fall under the current price range. That's what everybody in the market are discussing. We've got federal associations, we've got associations of trade and commerce who are discussing this. That most products, at least without normally in May and June, they have a 7% to 8% of a inflation in the pricing. So with that inflation, we can't continue the market with an inflation this year. So most products are going to be priced at the same price as what they were, or if they are overstocked, then you might see companies also giving them off at better prices also. So
Right.
you could see some cash rich companies taking advantage of this and investing in stocks for now, so that you buy it at a better price and you can offer that better price to your customer also. So this offering better prices to customers certainly helps you in capturing the market.
Okay. An interesting question that I saw, but before I get into that, like how cars and bikes have a particular year model. In the sanitary ware market, is it the same, or is it can sell at any time? I need a sink, I need a particular thing, whatever model is available, I can buy.
Yeah, you can buy it most of the time.
I mean, there's no particular year model, so this year's model isn't available next year, of course.
I mean, there are product updates. Today you have
Right.
you have an EWC, a European water closet, with a rimless functionality. A rimless functionality ensures that water and bacteria don't settle on the rim. So
Okay.
a lot of customers are preferring to go ahead with that new technology. Any new technology that's actually implemented in a particular product line is very easily adaptable, and customers are first to pounce on it. They want something new all the time. So
All right.
if it's a new wash basin design, if it's a new shower, if it's a new EWC, if it's new, they want it.
All
So
right.
that's how it is. That's the mentality of people. So I'm sure even after Corona, companies are looking forward to innovate, looking forward to build modern products. As Adi said, hygiene related products. Customers will be happy to buy. I don't think it's going to change the mentality of people to such an extent.
Awesome. All right.
So I
So
see a question here from Siddharth. How are you coping up with inventory lying down at your go down? After lockdown, you might need to reduce your prices. I think so. See, well, I just got to hear that Starbucks is overstocked with coffee, and Apple is also overstocked with phones. But you see that all these companies are not going to reduce any prices because they have a particular value of that particular product. So
it'll only
you
sell at
want,
that price.
yeah, they'll only sell at that price because that's the value of the product. They can't devalue it. So on similar lines, we have certain products that are as that have a particular value, and we're not going to devalue it. We're just going to keep it with us and rotate it as it sells.
Nice. And between your three stores, is there any is demand always high, or do you see a particular part of Bangalore, like North Bangalore, for example, where a lot of new apartments are coming
So
into?
North Bangalore is a growing market. North Bangalore is the fastest growing market. My
And
city
your
market,
stores around Yelahanka, right?
yeah. So we were also, I mean, just before the lockdown, we were closing in on Rajaji Nagar and Kanakpura Road as well.
Okay.
So hopefully once the lockdown's done, we should be closing in on Rajaji Nagar and Kanakpura Road as well. Uh, Having said that, yeah, Central Bangalore always has the most number of clients, but I think parts of Bangalore which have a lot of construction, like these areas, are also very promising.
Okay. And then lastly, an interesting point that I've been having with a lot of architect friends and interior designers is now post-COVID, you might tend to look for things online, but if you want to see and touch it, then only if it's really necessary, you might venture into a showroom. Otherwise, everything is going to be done online. I mean, and like you said earlier, like how you do offer these design services and people tell you about their size and requirements like that. If they have a plan, great, or else you could draw up a plan for them. So going forward, do you see like showrooms spaces decreasing, or we can't really predict at this point?
So see, I think e-commerce is a very good tool. Our website's live. It's I mean, again, as I was saying, that once Corona is done, we will be completely live. And but as you said, I think I can only see 5% of customers shopping online.
Switching online.
Most of the more 5% customers converting a purchase online, basically buying online.
All right.
95% of the customers will still prefer going to a retail showroom. That's why we are
And
bringing
touch
our
and feel
showrooms
and
closer to you. Yeah, that's why we're bringing our showrooms closer to you, so that you can go to the nearby Chabri and Sons outlet and shop. I think most brick and mortar businesses are moving to a brick and click model and looking to diversify to multiple outlets and reach their customers sooner. So that's very important. Having said that, it's also very challenging to do something like this because then you have to look into multiple business models.
right.
Brick and click is good, but click is important for maybe institutional and B2B clients or B2C clients looking to pick up just one or two products quickly online. So that is a quick market to capture, but it's highly important to have a good strong website which showcases all the products that you have. So especially when a customer is doing his initial research and who's trying to educate himself in what's available in the market, he has good options to go online then and read through websites, read through product categories and specifications, and understand what best suits his requirement.
Like in India, of course, Home Depot and or equivalent sites haven't really taken
IKEA.
off that well. I mean,
Yeah.
IKEA is there, yes, Hyderabad, Delhi, partially, but
Yeah.
in terms of other cities, it hasn't picked up yet.
Yeah.
So that way, do you see yourself standing at a more positive point?
So see, in India, looking to go too organized or too globalized, too Western, is not. You can't survive in India if you're looking to go too extreme, too West. You can't follow completely Western culture over here. You need to balance it out. It's important to have modern technology in your company. It's important to basically meet what is required for the Indian market. You go abroad, you have augmented technology.
Are you investing in AR for your
No,
site?
I'm not investing in
No,
that. I
okay.
know I know about it, but then it's not important at the moment in India because
Or VR, where you can visually feel the place
you have an
without coming
Oculus
into a
Prime
Chabria
and
Sun,
yeah,
or a Google Cardboard or whatever, or even actually as simple like some of the real estate sites, right? Or
okay,
even some of the architect sites where you pan your phone around and you get an experience. You
great.
don't really have to invest hardcore, but yeah.
What do you say? Do you think it's a good idea to do something to work on
I
AR?
don't know. I'm a customer, but
So yeah, so
it's your
I want to
call.
know from you.
I mean, yeah. Since I think most of the flack a lot of people on Instagram have been giving me over the past couple of days is, stop venturing out and sit at home and socially
Yeah,
distance myself.
yeah,
Yeah, if I could experience something on my phone or on my desktop, I would.
okay,
Uh, though, of course, I do come from a media background. I do sell printed stuff. The touch and feel, I agree, is far more important than actually
okay.
buying stuff online. But yeah, if I could visually experience something like how you spoke about the bathroom design or, in
Right.
terms of the heated toilets, whatever, great. And then if it manages to fit in the right place, we could definitely do it.
Okay, sounds interesting to me. If I'm going to
But
take a quick
I'm
feedback.
one tiny order of your customer size. Most of your other customers are pretty larger. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, not really. It's all the
But
same.
but but I'm happy to say that all the stuff I've bought from you and other one of your competitors, I haven't had to buy yet, so it's good.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
it's
happy to
been
hear that.
about 2 years since I renovated, so it's all good. I
Thank you.
don't see any. I mean, I don't see anything else I need to renovate yet. Touch wood. But yeah.
That's good. Thank you so much for that.
All right. So if you'd like to find Munish Chabria, Munish, what is your website?
My website is www.chabsons.com, chabsons.com, chabsons.com. And
And if
yeah, I
you'd like
think,
to contribute along with Roundtable towards Chabria and Sons build a toilet initiative for the Bengaluru police, do get in touch with him.
yeah, so as I said, we're looking to build 25 bathrooms for Karnataka Police. And once the lockdown's completed, we will go hand in hand with Karnataka Police to build bathrooms. So anywhere, anytime, if anybody does feel that this place could have a better bathroom, you can always contact us, and we have a corporate social responsibility in place, so we can sort of at least manage to try our best to sponsor it or get some sponsors, but we'll ensure that the bathroom is eventually made. So,
All right.
so the facility will be provided. So there's Roundtable India that are part of it. We have our family, our colleagues, our business. So we'll somehow get some sponsors and get it done.
Okay. Jayant Kumar Gauri says for government schools as well, please.
So yeah, at a concession, we can always work on different points. So with Satvik Loganathan, I was working closely with him to build 4 bathrooms on a highway. But that project didn't work out somehow. The cost of each bathroom was working out to around 7 to 8 lakh rupees. So government schools, yes, we can build bathrooms. Roundtable India is known to make bathrooms and classrooms pan India in government schools. So Roundtable India is a very strong foundation that works on this front. So through them, with them, we can certainly build bathrooms in government schools. So Jayant, maybe we can speak after this, and you can let me know where you're looking at us, building one of these bathrooms or some of these bathrooms, and then we can work it out. We'll talk about it.
Sounds good. Right, Manish, thank you so much for your time. And folks, please tune in every day, 5 p.m. The Good City Show. Aditya Mendonca on Instagram. Tomorrow we've got a great speaker too. We've got Raja Arjun, who's a design entrepreneur, architect, interior designer, cafe designer, and a lot more. See you soon. Thanks, Manish.
Thank you,
Bye.
Abhi. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.